Hey YouTube, Mr. Hub 929, and I'm very pleased to show everybody something. What's in this ammo can is very special to me. Many years ago, when I was 21, my first handgun purchase was inside this box. I made the mistake a lot of people make. I foolishly decided to sell my first handgun to upgrade to something bigger, and almost immediately realized it was a mistake. I should have kept it. Well, recently I had the chance to buy back that exact handgun, the very one I had, and I jumped at the chance. So, without keeping anybody waiting any farther, I will open the box and show you my first handgun. Give you a little bit of background. It was around 1994 or 95. So, roughly. I'm not even doing the math on it. It was that long ago. And I was at a gun show. And I did not expect to be finding anything I wanted or could afford. And I ran across this little Browning Buckmark 22. And this is in original condition, just like the day I bought it. Okay, a little closer for the camera. It's a Browning Buckmark 22 long rifle, gold trigger, with an Aimpoint 1000 sight. That was on the pistol when I bought the pistol. The guy I sold it to, the company we worked for closed. We all parted ways, and I didn't think I'd ever see him again. Lo and behold, I started a new job. Guess who works there? The guy I sold the pistol to. And I told him, I said, ever since I sold you that pistol, I've regretted it. I really wish I'd hung on to it. And he looks at me rather matter of fact, like he says, "You want to buy it back? I got another project I want to work on. I'll sell it back to you for exactly what you sold it to me for." I couldn't believe it. So I purchased the gun back from him in the box, and believe it or not, I made this velvet gun sack because I didn't want to just set the gun in an ammo can. So, in high school, I took home ec and learned to sew. It was one of those things, kind of like cooking and learning to do my own laundry. It might not be the most manly thing in the world at the time, but it was all skills that were good for life. And so, much later, I bought my fabric, some Velcro, and I sewed together this bag. It's purple velvet to keep the gun in. So I get the gun back, and all this stuff is literally just the way it was when I sold it to him. Now, unfortunately, and I've got to say I'm not exactly happy about this, but I've found that the Aimpoint no longer works. Tried changing batteries, I've tried cleaning the connectors. I don't think he fired the gun more than twice after I sold it to him. And I believe the Aimpoint has sat with the batteries in it and corroded, and it killed the Aimpoint. So unfortunately, the Aimpoint no longer functions. I'm going to keep it. Who knows, I might get lucky and even find somebody one day that might know how to repair it or do something with it. Either way, the Aimpoint 1000 premiered in '87 has since been discontinued. A 10-round magazine. I think I've got 8 in it right now. And I'm going to see if I have any luck shooting at a few targets at, close range, but 15 to 20 yards. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting a whole lot here, but just in case, here we go. Hey, I got one. On the last shot, I figured out where the sights were aimed at. Come to have a box of Wildcats here. So I'll load a few more in. We'll try that one more time just to see what happens. I don't think she's a fan of the noise. Technically, I should have hearing muffs on. It's kind of loud for a 22. But call it stupidity, call it whatever you want. I was in such a hurry to do this, I didn't even grab my hearing protection before I left the house. She's, believe it or not, she's retreated to the... Or not. Nothing. Okay, let's try this again. See if I have any better result. She's retreated to the safety of the inside of the vehicle. It's a little quieter. Okay, 10 more rounds. Let's see if I can do this again. Not bad at all for not having any sights on the top of the gun to use. The only thing I have is the front blade and the Weaver groove to try and guess at. I managed to hit a 5-inch ringer 25 yards away with it. Now the gun has got a match, quote unquote, a match trigger. It's a target pistol. The trigger is extremely light. I'm going to say around 3 pounds with a very crisp break. So there you have it. Browning Buckmark pistol that I sold and thought I would never see again, and now I've got it back. So in the near future, I'll replace the aim point with some other form of reflex sight. I'm still got my options open. I haven't decided what I want to do about that yet, but it's got to be something as classy as the aim point. So that's to be determined. Thanks for watching, everybody.